Yeah, OD, but the Bronx has, I feel like it has the most culture out of all the boroughs in New York. It has the most culture. It's lasted the most. It's sustained the most hits. You know what I mean? Like them niggas in the Bronx, they not leaving.
So first and foremost, are you shut the fuck up? You talk too much, or how do you want people to?
Well, I feel like that's the thing. STFU is like the brand. It's like the entity. So I feel like STFU is not really just. It's not me. It's like just a collective of everybody who helps with that. You know what I mean? With the clothes, with the murals, like all that shit is STFU. Really, Omi is just it's just me, a guy who could paint one canvas by himself. But STFU is you know that's like the message, I guess. The message, yeah. And there's a lot of people who help with the message, not just me.
Bet. And where are you from?
I'm from the Bronx. Uh, Also upstate New York, Rochester, New York. Um, I grew up everywhere though. I grew up in the Bronx. I grew up in Rochester. I grew up in Manhattan. Um, I lived in Rockland County, but really overall New York my whole life. I just know New York so well. Every crevice of New York, I've been there. You feel me? Every crevice in New York. So I just all around. I'm just like the ultimate New Yorker. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just, yeah.
So you don't claim one part in particular?
No, but I'm really originally from the Bronx, so you know.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm from all over New York.
You know the Bronx has a bad rep of being crazy.
Yeah, OD, but the Bronx has, I feel like it has the most culture out of all the boroughs in New York. It has the most culture. It's lasted the most. It's sustained the most hits. You know what I mean? Like them niggas in the Bronx, they not leaving. They not leaving. But yeah, even like right now, I live in Harlem on the east side, and that shit is it's crazy the way it's shifting, the way it looks. They call that shit Spaha, Spanish Harlem. That's just caca. Spaha's not it.
What part of the BX you from? Like, what was that like growing up?
High Bridge, Fordham. I live everywhere in the Bronx too. You know what I mean? But I mean, just growing up, being outside, going to parties with my cousins. The Bronx just feel like family to me. Like when I'm in the Bronx, it just feels like real family. Like it just reminds me of when I was a kid, going to parties or just sleeping over my cousins' cribs, like we begging our parents to sleep over each other's cribs. But yeah, overall I had a good childhood, you know what I mean? And growing up upstate too, it was nice. I feel like I had the perfect balance cuz a lot of kids that grow up in the city are like really like they grow up too fast. And a lot of kids that grow up like outside the city, upstate or anywhere in America, they're just like when you put them in a city environment or any like business environment, they're like, you know what I mean? So I feel like I had the perfect balance in my life where I was able to enjoy my childhood, but also, just be ready for the world, you know what I mean?